Hi Capricorn, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for December. I hope you're well. I am going to take a quick second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Capricorn out there, so guys, take what resonates for you and just leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in, but as always, Capricorn, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Capricorn? Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, you are starting out with the Seven of Pentacles. You have the Four of Swords and the Page of Cups in the reverse. So Capricorn, I feel like you had chemistry here with somebody. Somebody that was new in your energy, but you are no longer talking to this person. This could have been a missed opportunity for you. You may have started catching feelings even. I see that you've pulled back. You're not talking to them. You're trying to basically, you're taking a break here. You were starting to invest in this. I think that you there was a lot of chemistry, and I feel like you kind of started developing a little bit of feelings just at the very beginning, and then you just abruptly pulled back. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Capricorn's energy. Show me who is in Capricorn's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Lovers. You could be dealing with a Gemini. We have the Six of Swords, and we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So this person that's in your energy, they may have, this could have been a soulmate. That's why there was so much chemistry. But this person may have had a choice between you and someone else. I do feel like when you pulled back sharply, they decided to move forward. But it did hurt them. There's a sense of them feeling a little bit hurt. This person could have had a child, but they don't have to. I do feel like there was an ending here. They're feeling a deep sense of loss, but I feel like you pulled back, and that's what caused them to, have this sense of pain. They are trying to move forward, but I feel like there's something that's chaotic that's in their energy, and I feel like, they want peace. They definitely want peace. This person was developing feelings as well. So let me see the energy between Capricorn and this person. Ten of Swords. Yeah, this was painful for both of you. It was painful for both of you. But I feel like this person feels betrayed on some level. And possibly you do as well. There was a lot of chemistry here. Possibly a soulmate would be why. But let me see what's affecting the connection. It was a painful ending for both of you. The Four of Wands reversed. Yeah. Something here was not as it appeared to be. Somebody was casting illusions in some manner. And now there's this big distance between the two of you since this has ended. There's like this huge distance between the two of you. You're trying to regain your stability. This situation has no stability. This person's trying to regain their peace. And both of you felt like this was a painful ending. Let me see the outcome for Capricorn. King of Wands. Yeah, so this is showing that there's still an attraction that's here. I feel like, Capricorn, you're a very attractive person. You're very charismatic. People enjoy being around you. They enjoy being in your company. There could be some kind of action that takes place here. But we'll have to clarify to see what that is. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit in the reverse. Sign of Virgo. You could also be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. But as an underlying energy, that indicates that we've had this break. You pulled back. There was a break. There was no communication taking place. And I feel like you were both thinking about things. Both of you thinking about each other, trying to figure this out, trying to understand, why is there all this chemistry? Why did I pull back? Why did this end? You know, the whole 9 yards. And now I feel like there's a possibility that it's working its way into coming back together to discuss. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the 7 of Pentacles here for Capricorn? The Hierophant and the Strength card. So you were developing some pretty intense feelings for this person. But you're showing up here with the Hierophant. Capricorn, you're showing up as being in a commitment. Did you meet somebody while you were already in a commitment, perhaps? Because you're examining it. You're looking at it. You pulled back. You're not even communicating with this person, but you're showing up here as having ended this because you were in a commitment. But you were having some pretty intense feelings. Why is the 4 of Swords here? The High Priestess and the 4 of Wands. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting. This person in your energy, this was a secret. You're already in a connection. 4 of Wands, the Hierophant. But is that connection ending? So that's what something here it wasn't as it appeared. Did you tell this person that you were ending this connection? Because you're showing up here as having secrets. Keeping secrets in a marriage or in a relationship. Let me see this Page of Cups reverse. Show me the Page of Cups in the reverse. Show me the Page of Cups. 9 of Swords reverse and the Ace of Cups. Wow. So, Capricorn, it looks like you were in a connection. You developed something with this person. There was you were investing in something. And there was a lot of chemistry here. And then, but it was a secret connection. This was a secret connection because you were already involved elsewhere. And then you abruptly pulled back from this because something here was not as it appeared. And now, so there was a lot of anxiety. You were trying to avoid the anxiety that this was causing. You were trying to free yourself from all of that, but I feel like you weren't able to. I feel like you had started developing some pretty intense feelings, and now it looks like you're wanting to restart with this person, and it's possibly because you've ended something elsewhere. Let's look at their energy. Show me the Lovers for the person in Capricorn's energy. Oh, they don't feel like everything is complete between the two of you. The World in reverse and the Sun. They want clarity with regard to your feelings and with regard to why this ended. They feel betrayed, but they don't feel like everything's over between the two of you. Show me the 6 of Swords. There was chaos here. They want to move away from the chaos. Page of Pentacles reversed. The Emperor and the Queen of Cups reversed. Yeah, they pulled their feelings back too. Very strong Aries energy. Also Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So this person felt like you weren't offering them anything. So they said, okay, well, you've pulled back your feelings and emotions. I'm pulling mine back too. I'm moving on. I'm going to take charge of things on my own here. I'm the boss of my own life. And if you decide you're going to boss up and end this other relationship, then, you know, I can re-examine this. But right now, I've got some feelings here. And their feelings were actually more intense than yours were. And I feel as if this person felt like you turned them down, or they had to pull back anything they were offering you. They definitely shut their feelings and emotions down and said, I've got to move forward. This person could be a business owner with this Emperor here, or somebody who's in a position of authority. So I do feel like this is also somebody who doesn't typically lean into their feelings and their emotions. They can come across as being rather cold, actually. Let me see why this Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. Judgment reversed. They have a little bit of an ego. 5 of Swords. And the 9 of Wands reversed. Yeah, so this kind of hit their ego. And I feel like there was conflict when this ended. All right, so they are very attracted to you, but they also don't trust you now, Capricorn. They feel like they made a bad judgment call here. And so when you pulled back the way you did, it made them go into fight mode because they like to control the situation. This is somebody who's used to telling others what they want done and other people do it. They're in charge. And so this put this person in fight mode. I do feel like they would try to work things out with you, but they also feel like they don't want to engage in a battle. Let me see the energy between Capricorn and this person. Two of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. This person may live at a distance from you. They don't have to. You're slowly moving away from a connection, though, a committed connection here. You have strong feelings towards this person, so you're slowly moving away from this Hierophant, this commitment, and you're moving directly towards this person from your past. Huh. This person from your past, this is somebody who I do feel, they feel like they would choose you over anyone else. But they feel like they did choose you, and then they got betrayed. Why is the Four of Wands in reverse? The Death card and the Seven of Cups. So you're trying to end something. You're trying to slowly move away from another commitment. But it's not over yet. It's not complete. You're trying to end this commitment, but there's something here, it's not complete. You could be moving in silence. You could be moving and, keeping things on the down low with this. Leaning into your intuition, but not really telling anybody what your plans are and what you're doing. But you're slowly moving away from either a marriage or a commitment of some sort, but you're not telling anyone. Now, this person in your energy, I feel like this is somebody who knows their value, their worth. They pulled back from this because they felt like you were choosing someone else. And I do feel like, there's confusion on their behalf. So I don't know if you weren't completely honest with them about this other relationship, because they have a sense of confusion. So if you're ending that, they don't know it. They're unaware of this. They do have options, though, and they're aware of that. But I will say that this person was starting to gain feelings in this connection, probably more intense than yours, and then they feel like you just pulled the rug out from under their feet. And they're confused about what happened there. Let me see the King of Wands. Show me the outcome for Capricorn. If you're leaving a situation, another situation, or another connection, you're doing it very quietly. You're doing it on the down low. All right, we have the Two of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Four of Coins. So here's the thing, is that neither of you have forgotten each other. I feel like when you pulled back, this person went into fight mode and there was conflict. Because remember, they're used to controlling the situation. So I feel like you're slowly moving towards this person. You both see each other as wish fulfillment. That's the thing. And there's passion that's here, clearly. Your energy is that you're holding on to this person. I feel like you actually fantasize about this person. You are a little bit guarded with them because they got a little hostile here, it looks like. But I also feel like you feel that this person is your wish fulfillment and you want a new start with this person. You don't want to feel any anxiety about it at all, though. In their energy, they don't want to make a bad judgment call. they feel like, okay, I can work things out with this person, but they're a little bit in their ego. I feel like they had their ego crushed. They do want to be with you. They feel passion towards you. They see you as wish fulfillment. So it's going to put them at a crossroads if you present this idea. I don't see this happening by the end of the week, but ultimately I feel like you're going to let this person know, hey, I've been thinking about you. Hey, you know, I'd like to meet up with you. And it's going to put them at a crossroads. Interesting. But you still have other things here that in a prior commitment that you're trying to work out as well. And you're doing it rather quietly and slowly. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. That's underlying energy. And so that does tell me that, you know, this relationship could be very successful. You're trying to figure out how to successfully exit something. You're trying to figure out how to re-enter this person's life in a successful manner. I feel like you do find them to be wish fulfillment, and they do as well. But I do feel like you hurt their ego. So let me see if there's any advice for you, Capricorn. All right, it says starting fresh. Look at that. It says a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. Well, how about that? Hang on just a second, and I'm going to read that for you. Takes me a second in this book to find the reading. All right, it says a new cycle is blossoming in your life. All that is not needed from the past is dropping away as you release the old and embrace the new. And that's exactly what I'm seeing there too. The universe wants you to know all life travels in cycles. On our beautiful planet, plants die in the winter so that new life can emerge in the spring. It's the spiral dance of death and rebirth. This represents a time in your life to start fresh. Do not linger with old situations, relationships, or places that no longer serve your higher good. Let go and sail into unfamiliar waters. Stretch into new directions, even if you feel uncertain. Wonderful opportunities await you. And some questions for you to ask yourself is, if my life truly started fresh, would I make the same decisions? Am I ready to let go and begin anew? And the final question is, what is blocking me from doing so? Oof. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Capricorn. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Capricorn, know that you are love, and namaste.